Hello there friends, it's Ashley here from the Loopy Lamb and theloopylamb.com on behalf of Clover USA, and today I'm going to show you how to do the Tunisian Simple Stitch. To follow along with today's tutorial, you will need a Clover Takumi size K or 6.5 millimeter crochet hook. So this is a Tunisian crochet hook, and you can see that it has an end here where you can attach a cable, and a medium size 4 worsted weight yarn of your preference. To start, you'll need to create a slip knot. You'll do that by taking the end of your yarn and holding it in place, wrapping it around your fingers, create that X, flip it over, take your hook, go under the first strand, over the second, and pull it off your fingers and onto your hook. Okay, make sure you don't pull that too tightly to your hook because you need that fluidity of movement to crochet. So we are going to start by doing a chain 10 because we would like to have 10 stitches. So we'll yarn over hook and pull that through the loop. That's 1, yarn over, pull it through, there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, how Tunisian crochet differs from regular crochet is that the loop on your hook will count as your first stitch here. To work into your chain, you're going to turn your chain like so, and see these bumps on the back of your chain? That's where you're going to be inserting your hook. So starting in the second chain from the hook, again working into that back bump, you're going to insert your hook, like so, yarn over, and pull up a loop. Now, Tunisian is different as in that you will be keeping these loops on your hook. You will not be working them off during what's called your forward pass. And that's what we're working on now is our forward pass. So we're going to insert into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, insert into the next chain, yarn over, pull up a loop. And you'll do that for each chain that we created. Okay, so I've worked into each chain across, and I should have 10 loops on my hook. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now we're going to do our return pass, and for Tunisian crochet, each row is comprised of 2 passes, the forward pass, which we just did, and the return pass, what we're going to be starting now. So to start your return pass, you're going to yarn over hook and chain up 1 by pulling through that first loop only on your hook. Then you're going to yarn over hook and pull through those 2 first loops. That's your first stitch. So we're going to yarn over, pull through the next 2 loops. Yarn over, pull through the next 2. Yarn over and pull through the next 2. And you're going to do that all the way across your work until there's 1 loop remaining on your hook. So that is your first row. You've completed your first forward pass and your return pass. Now to do your first actual row of Tunisian Simple Stitch, you're going to need to identify that across your work you have these vertical bars here. And we're going to skip this first vertical bar, and we're going to be working underneath the second vertical bar. So you're going to take the tip of your hook and insert it under that vertical bar here from right to left. And then you're going to yarn over and pull up a loop from underneath that vertical bar. Okay, and then we'll do that again for the next vertical bar. You can again working from right to left underneath that bar, yarn over and pull up a loop. And so for your forward pass, you're going to be picking up a loop under each of these vertical bars across. Now do this all the way across your piece until you get to your last vertical bar, because you're going to need to do something a little different there. So I'm at my last vertical bar, and that's the edge stitch here, but if I go through just that one bar, it's going to create a gap in my work, and I want it to have a nice edge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my work slightly, and I'm going to see that there are 2 loops there, and it kind of makes a little V. I'm going to insert my hook and make sure I catch both of those strands, like so. Then I'm going to yarn over and pull up a loop. Now if you look at your work, you should have your 10 loops on your hook, and then you're ready to begin your return pass. To do that, you will yarn over and pull through the first loop on your hook. Again, that's like a chain 1 there. You're going to yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops on your hook, and you're going to do that all the way across your piece. So yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, all the way across until you have 1 loop remaining on your hook. All right, and that's my second row completed. Now don't worry about these gaps, because as you keep working, you will fill those in with your other stitches. If you want to do subsequent rows, you would just continue in the same manner as we did for row 2. I'm going to skip that first vertical bar, working under the second. And it's a little easier to see those vertical bars on our next row, right? Because there's no yarn behind it. It's nice and clear. So we're going to go under that second bar here, yarn over, pull up a loop. Under the bar, pull up a loop. If you are finished your piece and you're wanting to bind off your Tunisian simple crochet, what you'll do is you'll insert your hook under that first bar, second bar here, as if you were doing your Tunisian simple stitch. You're going to yarn over and pull up a loop, but instead of keeping that loop on your work, you're going to pull it all the way through the loop on your hook like a slip stitch. And then you'll do that again, working under that next bar, yarn over, pull up a loop, and pull it through the loop on your hook. And we're going to do that all the way across your work. Now again, when we get to the last stitch here, we're going to work under both strands on that edge stitch, just to get that nice finish. Yarn over, pull up a loop, and pull that through the stitch on your hook, and then you will yarn over, pull through the loop, and cut your yarn and pull it all the way off. And that's how you do the Tunisian simple stitch. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to this channel. Thanks so much for watching, friends. Happy hooking, and I'll see you next time.